All right, so welcome everyone to our Team Nailed It Girls Night. We are so pumped. We are going to hear from Rachel Hoover, who joined me in October and has been killing it ever since. She was one of our top recruiters last month. She recruited 7 people in January, and then this month, I can't even keep up. I decided to ask her to speak because every single day I'd be approving a new person to Team Nailed It. I'm like, what the heck are you doing, Rachel? So I'm super stoked to hear from her and hear what is working for her. And I might chime in here and there too, Rachel. So I'm just going to turn the time over to you. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Take it away, girlfriend.
Okay. Can you hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Is my lighting okay?
Yes, I can. Okay. Never know.
I'm going to do my nails while I do this because I have naked nails right now.
Dang, you're good.
I know.
Speaking of doing nails, that's just talent right there.
I know. So when Kelly asked me to talk, I was kind of blown away because I wish I had a secret formula that I use for recruiting, but I totally don't. So I had to really sit here and I had to think about what I was going to tell you tonight. But first of all, I want to thank Kelly because you have just done so much for this team, providing the team files and everything like that. You just don't even understand how helpful that is for us. In the recruiting process, to be able to tell someone, I have all the tools for you to be able to make this a success for you is incredible. I'm getting chills just talking about it because
Thank you.
I mean, seriously, because this direct sales is not always easy. And, you and I have been in different we've gone down different avenues of direct sales before. And I met you with Beachbody years ago. And that was not easy. It was not easy. I mean, I liked working out. I liked the product. It was great, but it was not an easy sale, to be honest. But I don't know, just having all the tools and resources to be able to say, I know what needs to be done and I'm going to help you do it. That's just incredible to be able to say that. And I think that's the real big catch for people. So your vibe attracts your tribe. And I know that is a very cliche thing to say and a very common phrase, but it's so true. Your vibe and your personality and your, excitement for the product attracts people to you. And I have found that has been the number one selling point, honestly, is that when you are excited and passionate and loving what you're doing and just being positive, people just come to you. And that's kind of what I have found, is that I have not been doing a lot of reaching out at all. I hate that. I hate that. I just hate that. I'm not a pushy person. It just makes me uncomfortable. I don't like going after people per se. But again, your vibe attracts your tribe, and just plaster that everywhere. Be positive in your posting, be positive in your interactions with people, be excited. That just does so much. But anyways, I was sitting here because Kelly told me I had to talk for 40 minutes about recruiting tonight. And I had a slight heart attack. But I was sitting here and I was thinking, and I'm like, okay, what am I doing that is bringing people to our team? And I thought of an acronym because I'm all about acronyms. I just think that's so powerful to be able to remember what you're doing. Kelly, when you do the 5 F's for your call to action post, that's so, it just sticks out in your head, and that's just easy to make a post about. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, rev up. I need to rev up recruiting. And so REV UP is what I have come up with. So write it down and remember this: rev up your recruiting. So the first one for R is relatable. Be relatable to your audience. People are going to be drawn to you again when they can relate with you. And I have found that that has been probably the number one thing that people say to me when they message me. They'll be like, I saw you post about XYZ, and it's the same for me, like totally the same. I'm struggling to make my car payment, or I'm struggling to pay my credit card bills, or whatever the case may be. Like today I made a post about a couch. Like, how silly is that? Like, but we were able to afford a couch that we have been needing to buy for a long time and haven't been able to until now. And so that is relatable to people. And it piques their interest. They're like, okay, if she's doing this, she's busy, she's a mom, she's a nurse, she works full time, she owns a business. Like, if I'm doing all these things, so can they, and so can you. Like, it's relatable. So that has been like the number one thing that I think has really drawn people to me. And Kelly, I think you can relate with that as well, because I follow a lot of your posts, and I think you kind of post the same kind of thing. Like, you try to be relatable to your audience. And I know that that's what caught my attention was when you made I remember it vividly to this day. It was, you took a selfie of yourself, and you were like, oh my God, I brought in 5 figures this month. Like, it's helped my family incredibly. And I'm like, I need to do whatever the heck she's doing because I need that in my life. Like, but wouldn't you agree with that? Like,
yeah,
do you
totally.
feel like you get a lot of response from being relatable to people?
Yeah, because people have to feel like they can trust you, right?
Right.
And so there has to be that connection. They have to connect with you in some way or the other. And
Right.
and I think you're really good at that, especially with you kind of, I've noticed in some of your posts where you're talking about the business blessings, you kind of hit those pain points. You know what I mean? Because I think everyone's struggling with something, right?
Yeah.
So you'll mention like, you'll share where you were before. Like, hey, we were struggling with this, or we really wanted this. And it's like, you'll go back to that girl that you were 3 months ago. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so I think definitely mentioning those pain points, because someone else is probably going through those pain points, and then like how this business is blessing you.
Exactly.
Is huge.
It really is. And, finding your why, I think, goes along with being relatable as well, because there's so many people who also have the same why that you do, and you need to be very open about that. My boyfriend quit his job because he hated it. It was awful, and started a business. And I don't know if you've ever started a business before, but it's tricky. Like, there's a lot that goes into starting a business, and you have to, it's a huge leap of faith. Even with a direct selling business, it's a leap of faith to take, because you have to work it, you have to do it. But it's just, it was a struggle for a little while. We had to make things work. And my why is so great that I want to be available to work on the business, A. B, I want to be available for my son. I want to be more involved in his schooling, being there for him. I don't want him to have to see me working 24/7. Like, I just don't want that. I want to be more of a stay-at-home kind of mom for him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my why, and it just drives me. It makes me so passionate about the opportunity that this company has given me, and all of you as well. So
yeah, I want to add to that, Rachel, because I have noticed that the stylists who have the strongest why, I'm just like, whoa, let me just get out of your way, because you they are on fire, because they're just like, you know what, I'm done. And that was me too, where you're just like, I'm done with this. Like, I'm done with the way I used to live. Like, I don't want this anymore. And then it's just like, look out. And I also am reminded of that quote. There's a quote by like Simon something. Anyway, by an author. And he said, people don't care what you do until they know why you do it.
Right.
So you do have to kind of come back to that why and share it publicly too.
Exactly. And I'll get to that more in my REV UP, because that's one of the letters.
Awesome.
But the next one, E, so for the E in REV is engaging. Be engaging. Engage with the people on your social media, whether it be commenting on their posts, talking to them about their life. A lot of people post things on Facebook and they want a reaction. And I'm not saying that in a bad way at all. They're posting something because they're sharing their life with you. So engage with them. Send them a message, say, hey, how are you? Like, I really liked your post the other day. Like, it related to me. So you can kind of tie that in your engaging aspect as well. When people find that you're communicating with them and talking with them and engaging with them, and you're not trying to sell them something, people connect with you on that. And I mean, you don't want your business to take over your Facebook or your Instagram or whatever. You want to still be you. I mean, be sure that you're not just posting about Color Street. Be sure that you're sharing your life. And like Kelly says, it's like showing a reality show of your life. And you're going to be posting, and you want people to engage with you as well. So reach out like with your posts. I know that I do a lot of like inspirational posts, cute pictures like that relate, but I always put something that relates with the picture. So I'm not just like, Kelly doesn't want us posting cat videos and cat pictures.
I know, everyone gives me crap about that now.
But I always try to be like, just inspiring. That was the word that I chose for 2018, was to inspire people and inspire others, and just posting something inspirational and encouraging. And I know I posted one a few weeks ago that said, you are enough. That's all it said. And then I just made a little tag that said, just in case you were wondering. And the response that I got from that, not just people liking the post, but people actually commenting and sending me messages and saying, I really needed to hear that. Like, that's powerful. Like, you're engaging with them just as much as you're wanting them to engage with you. But I think people, again, take that engagement and relate with you. So it all kind of just comes together. I don't think I have anything else to say as far as the engaging. That's pretty straightforward as far as touching base with people, texting people, making sure that you're not getting lost in your business. You want to maintain relationships, build new relationships. And that's been one of my favorite parts of Color Street, actually, has been engaging with my team members and friendships, building new friendships, nurturing existing relationships. Like, it's just been really fun for me. And I think a lot of you have probably found that with your journey with Color Street too. So just work that into your business and your social media.
And I think with, a lot of what you're talking about is attraction marketing, Rachel. And this, I think, is the way to go, because it's not annoying. And you don't
exactly.
People come to you, or people comment on your posts, and then you can respond to those comments. And even when people comment on your post, I used to have a girl that was really good at direct selling. She would always respond with a question. I'm not too good at this, but she would always respond to their response. Like, so let's say you do a post and they comment on your post. She would reply with a question like, oh, really? What are you doing? You know what I mean? She would like try to take the conversation further. And I was like, dang, you're good.
Those open-ended questions are really good. But that's a great way to be engaging as well, is to ask, leave open-ended questions, get the conversation going, things like that. But yeah. So after E is V for Rev, is V, and that is to be vulnerable. And again, these all kind of tie in together, but this acronym really helped me to kind of put everything in line. But being vulnerable has just been taken me out of my comfort zone for real. Like, I used to be so worried about what people thought about me or thought about my family or my life or whatever the case may be. And I don't think you can be in direct sales on your social media without being vulnerable, because you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to just be open. You have to be just an open book. Because again, that just ties back into that relatable aspect of it. When you're vulnerable and telling people the truth, they start to trust you. Just like you said, Kelly, they trust you and they relate with what you're saying, and that hits people. It really does. It just strikes a nerve with people and they connect with you. I know, like, talking about your personal finances and things like that is not always something that people want to do or be open and honest about. But I'm telling you, the post that I have made about my financial status with this company has, I think, drawn in so many people, because it doesn't have to be massive. It doesn't have to be making $1,500 or $2,000 a month extra. To be able to make $250 extra a month to make a car payment or to make your cell phone payment or utilities or whatever the case may be is powerful. So don't think that you have to always be saying, I'm making $2,000 extra a month, or I'm making $5,000 extra a month. Be vulnerable and say, I made $200 extra this month and it paid for my car payment or it paid for my cell phone bill. Because those are powerful statements to people who are living paycheck to paycheck, just like I was. I relate with that completely. You know, I have student loans, I have credit card bills, I have all these things. It's impossible to get ahead sometimes. So even when you're saying that you're making $200 extra a month or $500 extra a month, you're being vulnerable online. And I know not everybody wants to be that way, because that is uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. But I'm telling you, those are the posts and those are the things that draw people to you. And like I said, I don't like reaching out to people very often. I don't like going after people and saying, hey, sign up with Color Street. Like, I'm not that person. I don't care for that. Now, every once in a while I will. If someone's been talking to me about it, I'll reach out and be like, hey, just wanted to know if you had any extra questions or anything else going on that you wanted to know about the company. Sorry, I'm looking at a ceiling fan right on the screen, so I'm a little distracted.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Okay. There was a ceiling fan for whatever reason. But just be vulnerable. Just be open and honest, and people are just going to flock to you. I mean, that's been my experience. Like, and I'm telling the truth. Like, I don't want to lie. I don't want to falsify things. I don't want to make things look like they're not, because that's not going to get you anywhere, to be honest. But stepping out of your comfort zone and being vulnerable is, again, just bringing you right back to that being relatable.
Yeah, and I don't think you necessarily have to even share a number if you don't feel comfortable with that. It can just be like symbolic of, like, hey, I paid off a credit card bill today, or hey, I paid off myself. Like, sometimes people, when you say something like that, it's more of a visual anyways, you know? So I think that's a great way. And Josh Coates, who has spoken to our team before, he always says, when you're going through something hard, like when you think this too shall pass, like when you have those moments where you're like, I can't wait to get through this trial. Like, I'm so sick of this. That's when you post. He said, you make it, this too shall pass. You say, you make it, this too shall post. And you don't have to air your dirty laundry. You can be kind of like general and stuff. You can even just say, I'm just going through something. But it's just, social media is so full of, like the highlight reels of everyone's lives that I think people are just dying for, like, real posts.
Real.
You know? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And because that's with direct sales, a lot of people don't want to do it because they're like, I could never.
Hang on, Rachel. I'm going to unmute you. I had to mute everyone again. There we go. There you go.
Second, okay. I lost my train of thought.
You said, I feel like ...
I feel like, I don't remember.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm trying to remember what I said. Anyone?
We were talking about this too shall post.
This too shall
When you're
post.
going through something, post about it. And then everyone's posting their highlight reels, and we need real stuff on social media.
I don't know. Just I don't know. I can't remember. But just being real. People do not want to, like, oh, I know what I was saying. They don't want to think, I can't make that kind of money doing direct sales. I can't do it. I've never, and that's what I used to think too when I was doing other direct selling companies. I was like, I'm never going to make that kind of money. So why should I even do it? Like, it just wasn't a reality for me. So for me to post, like, I think a few weeks ago I posted with my check, I paid off 4 credit cards. Legit. Like, it was incredible. And I just opened up about it, and I was vulnerable about that. And it just, people want that. I know you guys want that. I want that. And people just started messaging me and were like, how do I do this? How can I? And again, coming back to the fact that you have given us the tools to be able to be successful at this. I'm just blown away by that still. And being able to offer that to our team, I think that just seals the deal for people, because we have those tools to be able to help them succeed. And I want that for them. I want them to succeed just as much as I want myself to succeed. And I know, Kelly, you want that too. And I know you've talked about that before, where you're passionate about teaching people and coaching people and wanting them to do what you're doing. And with being in a ground floor company like this, it's possible. It's so possible. And I think I talk about that a lot. Getting vulnerable about the fact that this is brand new. I took a huge leap of faith to do this company and to do this product. And it's just amazing. I don't even know what else to say. Like, and I know you guys probably feel that way too, because people love this product and it's just powerful. Because again, back to the relatable thing, women relate to this product so much. And that was honestly one of the things that really sold me on Color Street was I'm busy. I don't have time to go to the salon. I don't have time to go get my nails done all the time. I didn't have the money to keep spending $80 every few weeks to go get my nails done. Like, it just wasn't a reality for me to be able to do that. So again, relatable. So I know I've kind of gone around in a circle with this, but open up, get out of your comfort zone. Don't worry about what people think about you. Don't worry about what, if they're going to judge your post, whatever. You're going to draw so many more people to you than that one person who doesn't like what you have to say. So just step out of your fears, get out of your fears. I mean, that was a huge thing for me. I had to learn how to do that. And I'm so glad that I did, because being open and honest with people, it has just opened up so many more doors for me and our team, like our whole team. Like, I want to talk about real quick the Considering Color Street group that Kelly has, taught us how to do. And that has just been so incredible for me and our team. And I always want my team to be able to add people into that group. And I want people to be able to communicate and connect and understand what this company is. And I think, again, that has been a really awesome avenue for me to be vulnerable. I know a lot of the girls on my team have started their own Considering Color Street groups, and they're getting vulnerable. And I'm telling you, people just love that. They love to be able to relate with you in your vulnerability. And just, I know I'm beating a dead horse with this, but get vulnerable. I'm telling you, get out of that comfort zone. It's going to do wonders for you.
And one tip, Rachel, for like getting over those fears goes back to your why. Like, your why has to be bigger than your butt, which is your BUT. I've said this before. It's your butt. It's your fears, your excuses that are like, but what if people judge me? But blah, blah, blah. your why's got to be stronger than your pride. And once you're just like, you know what, I don't even care because mama needs money. Like mama needs to pay the bills.
It's true. It's so true. It totally takes over and you just don't even care anymore. Like you don't.
Yeah. And then you're just having so much dang fun that you just keep doing it. And then you want to help your whole friggin' team kill it and you just keep going.
I know. It's like the slippery slope of success. Like you're absolutely right. Like you see the success for yourself and you're like, oh my God, you guys could have the same success that I am. Like you guys have to get in on this. Like I'm not even kidding. And I know a lot of the girls, I mean, all the girls on my team are absolutely killing it. Like just killing it. I can't even believe it, but I'm so happy for them. Like I'm so happy that I was able to bring this opportunity to them. Like I'm so happy you were able to bring this opportunity to me, and just being able to pass that down to everybody. It's incredible. Like it gives me chill bumps just thinking about it because it's amazing.
Yeah. And we say, share the business blessings because it is a blessing and you're going to bless people's lives because of it. And they're going to bless people's lives. And it's just has a ripple effect. So yeah.
Exactly. Okay. So what are we okay on time? I don't even know what time it is.
We have 10 minutes for you to finish the up part.
The up. Okay. All right. It'll be easy. It'll be quick. Okay. So for up, the U is understanding. Be understanding of other people's situations. I'm going to shout out my friend Jessica, who's on my team, because she actually made a post. I wasn't even thinking about this at the time. Because again, I'm not pushy. I don't like going after people. I don't like, doing those kinds of things. I can't remember if she messaged me or if I messaged her and said, hey, like you'd be awesome at this. Like you love color straight. Just think about being, a stylist. I can't remember if I did that to her or if she came to me and said, hey, I really like this. I'm thinking about it. I'm considering it. But I just remember at that time and from her post, it wasn't the right time for her to sign up as a stylist. Cool. Like if it's not the right time, you have to be understanding that not everybody is in the same place that you are. Not everybody is ready to be gung-ho about color straight or direct selling or being involved in social media like that. It has to be the right time for them. It just does. So be understanding of other people's situation. I cannot emphasize that enough, because if you're going to be pushy and going after somebody that is not ready, they're never going to come back. They're not going to come back to you, in my experience. So I know that I told Jess, I said, you know what, if it's not right for you and it's not the right time, not a problem. Like if you find later down the road that you're ready to do this and ready to be on this team, then I would love to talk to you more about it. And I just kind of put it aside. I let it go. I knew that Jess loved color straight, and I knew that if it was the right time for her and her family, that she would come back to me. Like that's just how I am. I'm going to let people come to me because I don't want to go after people. And I'll put a little bug in people's ears every once in a while, like, you would be awesome at this. You need to get on this team. But if they're like, no, I don't know. I don't really know. I'm not really sure about it. I don't push it. I just leave it be. And just, you plant that little seed. And I know a few of the girls on my team I did that with especially. And they did. They contacted me and they were like, okay, I'm ready to get in on this awesome adventure that you're doing. And that's where it is. So just be understanding of not everyone is where you are. Not everyone is ready to jump in, so.
Yeah. And you wouldn't want them when they're not ready, because they wouldn't do much.
Exactly. And that actually brings me to my next letter, P, for up, and that's passionate. Be passionate about your product and your company. I think that has been one of the biggest things for me in bringing people to Color Street is I am so passionate about color straight nails. Like I just adore them. I adore them. They have just completely changed my outlook, my life. And I know that it sounds so dramatic to say, but it's not. Like as a woman and a mom and as an employee and, you get so busy. You do. And just to be able to sit home and do my nails real quick without having to sit down and wait for them to dry. Like, that was daunting to me. Like, I I didn't want to take the time to sit down and paint my nails, wait for them to dry, and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. These nails have just completely rocked my world. Like, I love doing my nails with these nail strips. Like, it's incredible.
Yeah,
And so
I know. Every time I put them on, I'm like, oh my gosh, like every single time. It's like, I'm like, these are so cool.
I know.
It's like I'm wearing them for the first time again.
I know, and I feel like a teenager because it's just ridiculous. And I think Danny's eyes are going to roll out of his head with how often I change my nail polish. But but it's true. Like, I have so much fun doing them, and I love how they make me feel. And I know that they make other women feel good about themselves too. And I am just on fire for this company. They are so generous to us, you guys. Like, there's so many ways to make money with this company. We get so many free nails. We get hostess rewards. We get jumpstart bonuses. Like, it's just insane. So just be passionate about your product and be passionate about the company and just show that in your everyday life. A lot of the times I'll post pictures. I know, Kelly, you commented on this. I post pictures of a mug with my nails that are kind of naked right now. But I don't say anything about the nails. I just talk about my life, and I talk about, you know, whatever, but I'm still showing my nails. Yeah.
I was like, Rachel, you're a freaking genius. She'd be like,
no.
Like, I literally bought this mug because I'm like, I'm going to start collecting mugs because Rachel is the queen of like, hey guys. Oh wait.
I like that one.
She's like,
yeah, you gotta kind of like
to unplug, and it's like she'd talk about the quote on there, and you'd be like, oh, her nails are cute, but she wouldn't talk about her nails. And it was like genius marketing because she's talking about something else that everyone relates to, but of course everyone's like, what? I love your nails. Those are so cute. What do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And you guys, it is thunderstorming here. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but I'm not used to thunderstorms in February.
Yeah, it's so weird.
But it's crazy. But anyways, be passionate about what you're selling. I think I became a stylist before I even tried a nail on. I think
I did too.
I don't think I had any. Yeah, I think I signed up before I even had a nail on the strip on my finger. Because I just loved the idea of it, and I loved what Kelly was sharing about it. And even Danny says that my passion for this company grows every single day. Like, I'm just so excited about it. And I think that people feed off of that. People recognize that, and they want to be a part of it. And honest to goodness, I think that is one of the biggest things with my recruiting is people just feed off of my excitement and passion for this product. So I hope that helped you guys. I'm not an expert by any means in recruiting because never before has that been something I've been strong at ever. And I pray a lot. I think that has a lot to do with it.
Yes, that helps.
Yes, but again, my why is strong. My why is so strong, and I think that just bleeds into everything else. So rev up your recruiting. Be relatable, be engaging, be vulnerable, and get out of that comfort zone. Be understanding of people, and be passionate about the product and the company. And I think you guys are going to go far.
Yeah, and I want to just add, you guys, Rachel posts in her Nail Boss Q&A or whatever you want to call your group. You're considering
being a nail boss. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever that group whatever you call your group. She posts in there probably every day.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Once or twice. Like, after I saw that, I'm like, all right, I'm stepping up my game. I'm going to post in here at least once a day too, because those girls are in there because they're interested. So I'm okay.
They're interested.
I'm okay to talk about it every single day because I can talk about it every single day.
Exactly. And they're in there for a reason.
Yeah. And in her post, when she does business blessing posts like publicly on her wall, she always includes the link to that group. So, so that Michelle just said, how do you get them to want to join the Q&A group? You post publicly, you be vulnerable, you share your why, and then you say, oh, hey, and if you're interested in this, hop in my group.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is when I do those posts, my business blessing posts and my being vulnerable, I say, if you want to know more about the business, but you're not ready to chat with me quite yet, join this group so you can learn more about it on your own. Like, you can read about it, you can find out what's going on. You don't have to have the pressure of talking to me about it yet. Do your own thing in there. That attracts a lot of people.
I think that's why these groups work so well, because you can kind of be a fly on the wall without any pressure, you know?
Exactly.
So, okay, Rachel, we're almost out of time. Thank you so much. That was amazing.
You're welcome.
If you would be willing, if you have time, to hop in Team Nailed It and answer some questions, to go live and answer a few questions.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Okay, that was it. So good. I loved it. Everyone rev up your recruiting and share this blessing, because it's such a gift to everyone. And thank you so much, Rachel. That was amazing.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
We'll see you all in Team Nailed It. Bye.
Bye.